Hi there, welcome to Xposed TV, brought to you by Stealth Productions. I'm Sarah, your host, and I'll be introducing you to a phenomenon that's coming out of Guyana. He's a Guyanese recording artist whom we've been following, and ever since we found him, we wanted to get him out to you as well, so you can enjoy his music and experience what we've fell in love with since early 2010. He is a very proud Guyanese, born and bred in Blackbush Polder. He is a true Barbashan, and he's here with us. Let's welcome my countryman and talented artist, Romeo Nermal, also known as Mystic. We're so delighted to have you in on Xposed TV. Welcome.
Yes, I must say it's a pleasure and it's an honor and a privilege to be here. It's been years now in the making, and I'm here now. And everything happens in its due time. So it's the best time now. Yeah.
Well, with a sound like yours, many are speculating, myself included, that it's in the realm of that of the great Bob Marley, your reggae music, that is. How do you feel about that? How did that all come about?
Well, that alone, that's a great privilege to have my name, put alongside the legendary Bob Marley. I guess I have a lot of work to do. But I'm on the road. I'm on the right track. I have the right people around me, and the sky is our limit. I never know. I could be even major than Bob Marley. You never know.
And won't that be a hoot?
Yeah.
We want to see that.
But for now, we're just taking it easy and doing our thing.
Absolutely.
Making great music. Yes.
Okay. Well, sitting alongside you here, I realize you're a young man. Not that it's looking any different on online or anything. But who are some of the artists that you're listening to currently?
Well, I'm listening to Passenger right now. He's a folk singer from England. Because I listen to all kind of different music. I was listening to Sam Smith.
Okay, love Sam Smith.
I listen to a lot of calypso, a lot of trade wind, Sparrow, Kitchener, these kind of, a lot of chutney, Babylon Cantion, and so, you guys are wrong, the Guyanese. I listen to everything, man. Really, a typical Guyanese. Yeah, man.
But more so, I want to know who are some of the aspirational artists that's motivated you over the years to being where you are today?
Well, like, for instance, Natural Black. He's a Guyanese legend. I look up to him a lot. Beres Hammond, Garnet Silk, Morgan Heritage, and these people in the reggae arena. I listen to like Movado on the dancehall thing, and I'm a student of music. I listen to every type of music out there, so I don't stick to like one kind of music, because you have to do that to be creative, and you have to broaden your knowledge and so in the music game, so I listen to a whole bunch of different artists. It depends on the mood you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
In your own words, tell us a bit about you, your music, and why it's essentially so different of a sound than what we've heard so long coming out of other artists in the industry.
Well, I'm just being me, just being real, and that's one of the ingredients in this game, in this music. You have to be real and be a genuine product, and that's what I've been doing from the inception at Brutal Track Studios. Whenever I go in the voice box to record, I never go there trying to sound like someone or anything. Whatever you hear, it's what's coming out of me naturally. Okay. So definitely that would be something genuine. It'll be something real, and that's what the people will gravitate to, because it's something real. When you go on stage, you do the same thing. You be real on stage. As I would say, as a Guyanese, you can't paku people.
Right, I haven't heard that in a while.
You can't paku them. You understand? So when you go on stage and the people them see that you're faking, they say you're trying to talk that the way you know about, they're gonna realize, and it can just blow by. They can just pass over. But once you're real up there, you're good. Yeah,
All
man.
right. So you have that on your side because
That's
it's all
it.
real.
It's in the music. It's how I move. It's everything. You know, you're gonna spend your whole life being somebody else or doing
That you're
something
not.
that you don't love. Nah, man.
Right, right.
They make it.
Now, so you're aware that the support from the Guyanese people is right on with you. You have their support. You have their, you know, they're at your beck and call, really. Whether it's the folks in Guyana, those in New York and elsewhere, Guyanese everywhere, they've heard your music and they are jumping on the bandwagon. The youngsters are looking up to you as a young icon. Is that too tall of an order to uphold?
I wouldn't say it's too tall because it come back to the same thing. You know, it just I know what I'm doing and it's about positivity and I know people would appreciate it. If I go down the negative road, you know, it's that's the negative vibe would be attached to me as well. So the positive vibe is attached to me, so I can deal with it. You know, so I just have to appreciate all the love and just be me. You know, embrace it and you know enjoy the moment.
I was
Enjoy
hoping
it.
you'll be that very positive person that that we've all been seeing. So I'm glad to hear that. Like you, I was raised in Berbice as well,
Oh,
and
nice.
having being from Grove, East Bank, that came with its own challenges. Moving from city to
I know.
the country.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the challenges you face as a Berbician musician.
Well, I basically started my musical career in Georgetown, so I didn't really, you know, have any challenge with the music. But like when I moved from Berbice, coming into Georgetown, you know, that was a bit of a challenge, changing schools and so on. But the music, I went into that, you know, naturally, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you are a farmer.
Yep.
What do you grow?
Well, I plant. I'm currently planting rice, you know. But I have a fruit farm that I'm setting up. I have like some lemon trees, some guava tree, mango tree, and, you know, regular things, you know, because eventually we have to go back to the earth. We got to live, you know. A lot of people trying to move away from that, but we have to get back
It's
to
all
that
the
very
natural
soon.
stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
How often are you, for the year, how much of your time is spent doing that?
Well, for this year, I haven't been much in the rice field because of the musical, you know, requirements for me. I have to be doing shows, I have to be recording and so. But I went a few times, checked on the rice crop. But I have one of my cousin in Blackbush, Pola, that's where I'm from. He is taking care of the rice and so for me, you know. So we keep updating the process on, you know, via texting or
Right,
Facebook
right.
and stuff.
Oh,
you know,
so much
like-
technology these
yeah.
days. Would I be correct in saying that you're in the business of feeding people? Really,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are growing their food, and music really is a food
yeah.
for the soul.
Yep, yep.
How do you feel about that sort of a?
That's a very great accomplishment. You know, you actually put it over really nice there. You know, growing food and giving them soul food as well.
As well.
You know, and it's all rounded and good. You know, you can't go wrong.
Right. Like many Guyanese, I would imagine I'm speaking for quite a few. When I ask, there's been a lack of talent out there where it comes to someone representing Guyanese on the world stage, musically, of course. Can you be that artist?
Yes, I think I can do that very well. And I don't think there's a lack of talent in Guyana. What there is, there's a lack of youths that they just find themselves in the wrong surrounding. Because you can't do it alone, right? As a musician or as an artist, you can't do this thing alone.
Right.
You have to be around the right people that could guide you in the right direction. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of talented Guyanese artists, they end up straying away from the goal, and they end up being like a cover artist, singing back people's songs, singing good, and that's basically how they live. And they end up disappear because you don't want to see somebody on stage singing like somebody. You know, you're going to enjoy it for a moment. You want something genuine. And I must give thanks for being, you know, in the right surrounding that Brutal Tracks. You know, we always believe in doing our own stuff. That's been our policy from day one. Creating our own stuff, and that's how we roll. You know, we don't encourage
all original.
Yeah, that's it. I personally, I don't like the idea of going on stage just looking, as we put it in the artist, we're looking for a little forward. You know, you would never find Mystic going on stage and singing a Barry Hammond song. Obviously, a lot of people know Barry's music. I could easily go on stage and jump up and sing a Barry's and get a little forward, but I ain't looking for that. When I go on stage and I sing like 5 of my songs, or 1 or 2, and like 3 people raise their hand in the air, I have 3 fans.
Right.
Because I'm building something original. So that is where a lot of Guyanese artists go wrong. They're not prepared to go through that phase to build themselves, and that's you know,
it's a
it
shame.
Is. Yeah,
it's a shame.
That's how it is.
What do you say to the next generation of artists coming out of the countryside? I know you've done your work in Georgetown, but coming out of the countryside, since you live there, you know a lot more of how this works. With the talent, tremendous talent, but hardly the means to endure this industry. What do you say to them?
Well, you gotta be very, you know, aggressive with your goal. You know, if this is what you're looking for, you can't expect people to come looking for you. You know, it happens in the movies, maybe once in a while, right?
Right.
But you gotta go look for your stuff. It's basically, I have to answer that question a lot. Like, people would reach me and say, man, must give me a little link up now. Let me go in the studio and thing. I would give them that. But I can't, what else I could do? I can't help you write a song now, or I could, maybe if you got vibe and everything, but you gotta go for that as well, you know, because that's how I ended up at Brutal Tracks, because I realized, you know, I wanted to do music. I started to write in a very long time ago. I started to write and you know, I tried to run away from music. I started to do barbering. Open my own shop in Blackbush, and you know, I couldn't stay away from music, because before I go to sleep, I would be singing something. Them time I used to live with my grandmother in Blackbush, and she used to saying, like, you don't sleep, because before I go to sleep, I sing, and when I wake up, I sing in my bed, right? So Granny used to ask me, man, like, you don't sleep on some night? And I say, yeah, I sleep, but it's just the music was in me. I writing, waking up 12, singing, you know, keeping melodies and this kind of thing. And when I decided, you know, because I'm a very shy kind of person, laid back kind of person, right? And that's why a lot of people was really surprised when they hear me singing and thing, because I used to be ashamed to let people hear my songs and thing, you know. And that's when I said, you know, I want to do this, and this is how I ended up at Brutal Tracks. And it wasn't like going at Brutal Tracks and you gone straight up in the building. You had to go and wait, because it had a set of artists to come out. So I actually waited like 4 days, you know, going and coming at Brutal Tracks, and until Ken, the engineer at Brutal Tracks, he came down and he auditioned me. So if I was like, if I had this in me, like, oh, I was a big singer, and this would come down to me already, I would have gone my way. Right. And this is what a lot of youths just got in the head. So, you know, you got to humble yourself, because, you know, you need help along the way. And that's how I ended up at Brutal Tracks, and from then to now, I'm at Brutal Tracks. Yeah.
Amazing. You brought up, you know, like doing or having collaborations with people, which I'm sure you're open to. You've done one of those duets with another very well-known Guyanese artist, Lisa Punch, who's made a tremendous wave here in the U.S. recently. Who would be some of the artists out there you'd like to duet with in the future?
Well, I would like to do a song with one of Bob Marley's son, maybe Junior Gang or Ziggy or one of them guy, you know. Okay. Because I genuinely love reggae music, and they're the reggae family. Yeah, you know. So being in that clique there would be really nice to me. You know. Along the way, you know, I have other artists that I would like to do a collab with. Dave Martin as well, a Guyanese hero, you know, very good songwriter and so on. This kind of thing is just, as the journey continues,
it's time.
You know, we will be, you know, working on those stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now you're here in New York. on what's been quite an anticipated visit.
Yeah.
The new fans have found you and followed you due to one of your newer tracks, Kulibai Dance.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the difference between the new fans and the older fans who, I'm part of that, followed you for your reggae music?
Well, the good thing about it is that because I was kind of skeptical at first, you know, they would like the Kulibai thing alone, and they wouldn't embrace the reggae music. But the good thing about it is that they are now like amazed, you know, because they never really expected that I had these kind of music that had these strong songs. You know, they thought, you know, just this Kulibai song, this fun thing, and this is it. But when I'm on stage now and delivering these reggae songs to them, you could see the amazement in their faces, like, wow, you know, very good music coming out of Guyana. It's way beyond what they expected. Because the Kulibai song is very good and it's a fun thing.
Right.
But, you know, that's it, a fun song. But then when I deliver the reggae songs, the deep lyrics and so on, that's that's the biggest part of the whole trip. That was the one thing in my mind, and that's what I wanted to you know, get over to them.
Right.
And we have accomplished that so far. You know, they're getting to embrace the reggae music, and that's what I really do, and that's what I want them to embrace.
Right, widening your audience,
Yep,
obviously.
yep. And we've been doing that.
Well, do you like what you're hearing so far, folks? Well, tell your audience how they can find out more. What's going on in your camp, in Mystics Camp, in the upcoming months, the years, and how they can keep in touch with all that's coming out of your camp.
Yeah, well, you could check me up on Facebook, Romeo Nermal, right? You can get me on my fan page as well. That's Mystic, you know. And the Instagram setup, you know, Mystic the Real Coolie Boy, you know, on Instagram, and at brutaltracks.com. You know, everything is there, you know. I'm not much of a technology guy and so, but you go on there and you can get his stuff, and as we be working on some fresh music and so the music will be out soon, and I'm sure with that you will be directed on where to get the music and everything. Yeah.
And would you know, that's pretty much all the time we have, really. You've made this so very easy.
Yeah, I told you that.
And I want to thank you so much for making the time and taking the time out of your busy schedule to being here with us on Xposed TV.
Yeah, well, I must say it's you know, it's an honor again to be here, and it's been years, and I got to know you and your husband really well from just talking about this interview. You know, I must say, you know, thanks a lot for having me here. I just want to say shout out to Brutal Tracks. You know, that's where I live. Ganja Breed from Lion Star Records, you know, really genuine youth, you know, real good youth. The whole thing about this trip is regretting I didn't meet the man in person for so long. Now I meet the man's a real good chap, man. The people from Fly Jamaica, I want to say much thanks, you know, much respect. Everyone, Angels, band, Vinod Bishram, very good people, you know, everybody, Perry Gadraj and Waterfall, everybody has been really, really nice. It's been a dream come true, and what should I say, just listen out for many more beautiful songs from Mystic, you know, and representing Guyana and taking Guyanese music to the world and bringing home a Grammy very soon. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And so I must thank you. I am very encouraged, very proud to be speaking to my fellow Guyanese, doing his thing. And I can only imagine how much more ecstatic the folks in Blackbush Polder are. Region 6 in general, Guyana, you know, we're so happy that they're able to share their son with us.
You know, when I read some of the comments on Facebook and so it gets you real worked up, real emotional sometimes, you know, because it's been a very long road, you know, and I must say thanks to all my fans, you know. You know, I just gotta give thanks, man. Yep.
Well, the support is there.
Yep.
And to you, our audience, we thank you so much for joining us as we did this expose on Mystic. you get to know him a bit more, keep in touch and support him in all the support he needs. We must thank, a huge thank you to Brutal Tracks for making this happen. This interview would not have happened with it didn't take one or two people to get it together, but it did, and we thank them so very much for that, especially to Devin of Lion Star Records.
KG Burbies.
He's been quite instrumental in this, making sure that Stealth Productions was on the list of places that Mystic visited. So we're quite happy for that, and to have him sit alongside me as we conducted this interview. So thank you very much to Devin. And once again, I'm Sarah with Xposed TV, right out of Stealth Production Studios here in Queens, New York.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, They say that home will always be home, no matter where you roam. Home is always where your heart is. I don't have much to give, oh no, but Blackbush, here's my gift to you. I'm just a country boy from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know about this beautiful place, yeah. I'm just a country boy coming from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know, yeah, oh yeah. Let's be all and might be Tori, Johanna and Yakasari. Them are the place, make up this nice community. Work hard, eat good and live happily. So no rain, we dey back down, we never lazy. Pick up the economy and Tennessee family. Them say be humble, but not take talks for nobody. A lot of man come looking for a larky, cause them know when them get one a real I'm just quality. A country boy from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know about this beautiful place, yeah. I'm just a country boy coming from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know, yeah, oh yeah. Me I go big up each and every rice farmer, every fisherman, every cash crop gardener. You as the people work hard, well then come ya. Talk about sport, well it start and it done ya. Me I go big up them barefoot cowman, them cutlass are them favorite weapon. Humble people, but know where you're depend. If you want to enjoy the wedding, I'm just a country boy from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know about this beautiful place, yeah. I'm just a country boy coming from Blackbush Bowler, letting the world know, yeah, oh yeah. Humble people from Blackbush Bowler, we know for fresh load, but enough more than water. And though the sun sometimes make me darker, we no mind weak man, can't be no fire.